Good morning, everybody. This is Kevin here at Brown's Homestead Harvest House. Hey, it's going to be our second video on processing Cornish cross chickens, meat birds. I know if you Google that or YouTube it, you'll come up with 100 or so. So this is the video to show you how not to do it. Just kidding. Hey, this is just our own video. We're going to be doing probably approximately about 120 birds this year. 100 of them is going to be the Cornish cross. And then we're thinking maybe 10 to 20 American breasts. It just all depends on how it's looking in the fall for us. But it's been 7 weeks, and these girls and boys are a little on the heavy side, but which is good. We're gonna weigh them, live weight, obviously, on the scale, and then we're gonna mark each bird and weigh the final weight after it's dressed and in the bags, or when Shelly gets done cleaning them up, and the final weight, so we can kind of just see where they're at. Right now they're staged in our paddy wagon, just a cart, and then we will take a bird, take them down to the butcher shop over here. The setup's here. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. Our kill cones, processing cones, harvesting cones, whatever you want to call them. They're just the kill cones. The bucket, and then we got our one of the scales is here. This is pre or live weight, and we'll go from there. Got all of our equipment, hot gloves, and then the scalding pot. Move down the line to the chicken plucker. You got to pluck those feathers off the birds, and then they will go inside into the meat shop. This is the ice bath. After it comes out of the plucker, we'll throw it in an ice bath, kind of rinse it off, and cool it down, and then it will go inside to where Shelly will be doing the processing and cleaning of the internals. And then they'll come out of the ice bath here and in through the shop, meat shop, where, I don't know, I need to do a tour of the meat shop because this is a pretty cool story in itself, how this came about. That's the office in here. In the walk-in cooler area, but Shelly will be in here through the curtain, plastic curtain. And she will be in here, and then there'll be another ice bath where she'll put the bird staging as she's removing the entrails and taking off feet and the tail and neck and stuff. She'll be in here working, and then once she's done cleaning them, she'll get a final weight. She has all her tools and everything ready to go, and then they will go into the coolers. We could put them in the refrigerators, but we're gonna just stick them in an ice bath. It just really does a good job of processing the bird with the ice cold water overnight. Then tomorrow morning we will be vacuum sealing them and showing you that process. So we will take you through each step as we go, and hopefully this video is informative and entertaining. Okay, it's 44 degrees out this morning, and the suggested high by our informative weather people in here in Spokane is 80 today. So my high school math tells me that's a 36-degree Fahrenheit, or as Pete from Just a Few Acres Farm would say, that's about 1200 degrees Celsius or centigrade, which is going to get warm. That's why we're doing this a little early, which is not early. I've already been up for 2.5 hours, but we're going to get this process going. Scalding pot, the water about 155 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll keep it right through there. Obviously, when you put in a bird, it's going to decrease the temperature from heat absorption. So we'll be firing that on and off periodically. We only have 9 birds this time. We do have another 19 in the brooder, and then Shelly's ordered another 80. So we're going to have a total of about 100 Cornishes, and we'll see how the breasts go. And we'll have probably, hopefully, 20 breasts, American breasts, to also do. So. Okay, Shell, you ready? Okay, we're gonna grab the first girl here. It's okay. Relax. Come Okay, we're gonna grab a live weight on you. Man, you're a plump little thing. And we'll go from there. Come on around, Mom. It's okay, baby. There you go. Ready?
Yep.
What do you got?
8.2.
8.2 live weight. Okay, and then upside down. And we'll stick her in a medium-sized kill cone. Our temperature is about 158, 155, right through there. We're gonna plunge it, hold it in there for a little bit. Usually until the toenail comes off. Oh, toenail came off. Here we go. Bird in the plucker. Or not, watch out, Sheldon, might you need to. Maybe just tripped again. Whop, hits the dirt. Yeah, okay. That was in there for about what? 15, 20 seconds. There might be a pin feather or two on it. We'll clean it off, but that's pretty good. Make sure you valve your water in. That was one bird. We're gonna do a 2 bird and see, but this guy turned out pretty good the way it is. It's gonna go over here into the ice bath for staging. Cooling down. We're gonna do one more segment out here. We were gonna try 2 birds in the plucker, but that first bird plucked really well, so we're just gonna stay with what's going good. So we'll see. We have 2 more birds over here in the cones that are bleeding out. I think the recommended time for them is about a 5-minute drip period. Sorry for the terms, but or bleed out, let them hang there for a little bit, about 5 minutes, just to be sure. That first bird was a little bit short. It had a little bit of blood still in its system. No big deal. It's hanging in the meat shop right now, cooling off and all that stuff. So about 5 minutes, just be safe. I think we're gonna do 3 at a time. Then me and Shell can go in, we'll get them all cleaned up, blah, 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 and set. Then we'll do 3 and then 3. Hey, we're gonna keep going. Then we're gonna go inside and finish up some of the final processing. Ready, Shell? The first bird was 8.2. This bird is 7.7. And I do not have my boiler gloves on. Okay, we're about there. All right. Isn't that a lovely looking item? Gently place the bird in the oven. Turn on your water. We're flowing. Hopefully we don't keep... It's not violent. It only looks violent. About a 15 second. Yeah. I think, and what was kind of nice is our first time doing this, see now the blood vessels, there's not blood in them. First time I think I was maybe soaking them too long because we're getting a lot of ripped skin. And see the feet skins coming off, toenails slip right off. And, but that one looks pretty good, eh, Mom? And now it's in the ice bath, chilling. Okay, we're gonna move inside and start showing you the entrail removal, foot removal, neck and head removal, and the final little cleaning, and into the overnight ice baths. So we're gonna move inside now. Okay, we're gonna get this bird cleaned up real quick. Start over here, I do, around the neck area. Just make a slice, pull the skin up, cut away or kind of to you a little bit on the right side. And all you're doing is doing a nice little incision, because on this side of the neck of the bird is the crop. And turkey's gone. You can flip the fat around the back side, reach right in here, and here's the crop. It's empty because we did not feed them for 24 hours, I think I've already said that. And the crop's out. The esophagus is right here. That. Now we'll reach in. Shelly and I prefer the neck not on the birds. So we will take that off. And you can use scissors or the shears, I mean, and reach in. It does pretty good. You can get in there kind of far. Make the snip. There's the neck. It goes in our neck and foot bowl. And then we have the liver, heart, and gizzard bowl. Flip that sucker around. You can use your shears on this too. Usually just make a top cut on the foot here. You can pop it. Make your cut through. There's the foot. Over in the foot bowl. Pop. Boom. Foot bowl. Flip it around. We leave the wingtips on. Shelly will take these off because there's nothing there. And then if we happen to part them out, then she'll make her hot buffalo wings out of the wing here and the legs. But anyways, so we're gonna flip it around, go over here to the end part to pull out the entrails. Try to come about midway between the vent and the sternum here. Kind of make a nice little slice, just a little one. And then you can pry it open. So reach in, pull the bird apart, the breast up, the ass down. Okay, reach in with your hand, scrape along the top of the bird with your fingers, and pull everything out like that. We take the tail off. You gotta remember there is a scent gland on the bottom side of that tail. You don't wanna have that in there. Just make a slice on each side of the tail. In, you'll be at a point right on the vertebrae. Get your knife, slide across, and there's your finished product, which that size is about what it is in the grocery store. We're gonna weigh it right now. And then your recovery of the entrails is you want the heart, which is right here. Take your heart, and we have the heart, liver, gizzard bowl. Get to your gizzard. You gotta be really careful in here about the gallbladder. If that thing goes open, everything's wasted here, just throw it away. Gizzard over there on the bowl. Here's the liver and the gallbladder. The gallbladder is that little dark flowing thing there, and we've cut it open just to see, and it's like a neon green, like one of those neon green light tubes. Just be careful. If you happen to mess up, you mess up. If not, you're not. Pinch it right at the base of where it meets the liver, and then kind of slowly just pull it apart, and you have your liver separated. The rest of your intestines and entrails go in the garbage. That goes in your bowl. There's your final bird. We'll rinse it off. We're gonna weigh it. 4.52 for this bird. And we're gonna do this. If you want, invest in a lung scraper. Reach in there and you just scrape where the lungs are. They're usually right on the bottom side in between the ribs or along the ribs. This is kind of good. Shelly likes this because you can reach in there and just go along the ribs, scrape it out. The rest of the lung and stuff, which is right here. It just comes straight out. Boom. This bird is going to go over here in the ice bath for tomorrow morning. Boom, there's already 2 in there. Shelly's gonna just finish just cleaning this up, but once she's done cleaning it up, it'll go in here, sit tomorrow night till tomorrow morning, and then we will vacuum seal them. So there's a bird, about a grocery sized bird. We'll clean it up, looks real good. Okay, I just pulled the 9 birds from the ice chest. They sat overnight. It was 0700 that I pulled them. So they sat in there, 20 hours. They're really nice, clean, and they've stiffened up, but then the rigor mortis thing settled out of them, and they're gonna be really nice to package. We're just gonna let them sit there for a little bit. We'll pat dry them probably another 15, 20 minutes. Those 7 on this side are the ones that are being packaged whole. And these fellas right here that have something going on with their skin, they're gonna be parted out, because the skin came off and just, it happens. So these we're gonna part out, into the legs, thighs, breasts, wings. And then the carcass we save because we boil that up. Shelly makes her chicken stock, and then in the fall and the winter time, we supplement it to the dogs, give them broth with their food. And so pretty much all that's left is dried out chicken bones in the end. So that's what we're gonna be doing. They're gonna let these dry for a couple more minutes. Let me take you outside here. And we have the vacuum seal boiling water system going on right here. We have 2 thermometers. I have one, it's Shelly, this one here, which is just an analog of the mercury that rises up to the temperature, which is about 180, 185, to where you plunge the bird in once it's in its bag for 5-8 seconds, and then we'll show you that process. And over here is part of the equipment. I have a backup with the Ray laser grip infrared thermometer to also verify temperature. Boiling gloves so I can plunge and scrub. Towel. Then the bags. We'll show you this process. Just getting the equipment. We also, I know the labels will have the dates on them, which is all fine. But when you have 120 birds in a freezer, we want to make sure we can identify them quick. So I also, once we zip tie each batch of chickens that we do, we will do a different color zip tie on the wrap so we can easily identify them when they're in the freezer. So this one's obviously that glacier blue color. Next batch in June, the next batch in July, and then the next batch in August will all be different colors. So just showing you the setup right now. We'll show you the process here in a couple minutes once we get going. It's a beautiful day in the Pacific Northwest. Stay tuned. All right, Shell's just tilted them up on their butts so they'll trip out, dry. She'll probably pat them. We're about ready to start vacuum sealing. She's just trimming off a little bit of excess fat and undesirables that she's found. Look at that handiwork. Look at that work. Anyway, so she'll finish cleaning those up probably within 10-15 minutes. We'll start our vacuum sealing. And yeah, look like a bunch of old fat guys sitting on the beach, don't they? You ready? Okay, Shelly, we'll drop the bird into the bag head first. I'll kind of maneuver her over into a corner. There we go. Shell will insert the tube into the cavity out there. See, this is what. Then we'll do a light twist on it. Shell will get the zip tie ready to tighten. Right about there. 190-degree water for about 5 to 10 seconds. Let your bag rest for 5 to 10 seconds before you pull the tube. Okay, so it can kind of shrink. Now pull the tube. Tighten her up just a tittle it. Get your zip tie close to the bottom of the bag, and then Shell will pull that sucker tight. Just like that. Boom. And there's your vacuum sealed poultry. We'll take these in, clean them up, package them last, show you that. Good. Okay, Shelly's finished 6 of the 7 birds. Cleaning them up, labeling them, and then they'll be going in the freezer. She's just gonna finish this one up. She's gonna clip the plastic bag. Obviously this isn't like rocket science, but you never know. And the zip tie, the tie that zips, she'll discard that. Then she'll label. You get these labels and the bags from Fresh Poultry, the company's out of Texas. I forgot what it was, but I have to order some more because we got 100 more birds to do. And then she'll put the label on there with the weight and the date. It was April 30th, 2023. A great day in history. And those are the finished birds right there. We got 7 of them. Those will go in the freezer. The other 2 we're gonna part out for us here. These are for family and friends and us, but thanks for tuning in. Nothing like having your own birds and a freezer full of stuff you worked hard on for the last 7 weeks. And these guys are work. I'm telling you, they're pigs with feathers. Everybody knows that. They're beasts, but yep. So we finished that up. This will be on the YouTube. Leave some comments, suggestions. And thanks for tuning in, and please subscribe and hit the like button. Have a great day.